you. We continue our coverage now of a historic day here in Georgia as thousands of eligible families can now buy medical cannabis.
Yeah, the first 2 stores opened this morning in Marietta and Macon. And 11 Alive's Joe Ripley reports on the years-long battle to legalize the sale of medical marijuana.
In the race to make history in Georgia,
we fought long shoulder to shoulder.
After a years-long battle, Jim Wages says he feels like his family won the lottery.
Hi, how are you today?
Wages' daughter, Sydney, has had seizures since she was 6 months old. Her dad has risked breaking the law to get her medical cannabis to treat her condition.
Such a relief to know that we could drive just a few miles to pick up a product, instead of having to, like I say, meet in a parking lot.
10, 11, 12.
Now, nearly 20 years later, her dad no longer has to cross state lines.
It's not just about Sydney, it is for us. This is our child, but there's so many others like her. We fight for all of them.
From Monroe to Dallas, from Noonan to Powder Springs, folks all over metro Atlanta showing up on the first day medical cannabis could legally be sold here in Georgia.
Back, neck, knees, prostate cancer.
Patients like Ken Moore stood in line for hours at this Trulieve Marietta dispensary where low THC cannabis oil can now be sold legally. Trulieve also opened another store in Macon Friday. This week, a state commission authorized the company, along with Botanical Sciences, to be able to sell medical cannabis in Georgia to the nearly 30,000 Georgians with THC registry cards.
I've waited my whole life for this moment. My grandfather was a cancer patient, so he died because he didn't have access to this. So being able to be here and give somebody else's grandfather the same relief is life-changing.
It's going to help our South Georgia farmers. You know, it's the #1 industry in Georgia. So, you know, they'll be responsible with it, and I think it's just going to benefit all Georgians that need this type of treatment.
2, 1.
For Jim Wages and his family, their years-long race has reached a life-changing milestone.
Our finish line is right here. It's our finish line.
In Marietta, Joe Ripley, 11 Alive News.